Now we want to time switch a sample. And what that is that we can take the sample and stretch it out. You know, I gotta go like this, I'm stretching it out. Well, no, we want to stretch it out, or we want to shrink it in to change the speed of the sample. And we want to make it fit a certain BPM, or we may want to just make it just faster or slower. And if it's a musical instrument, we don't even want to have the tempo involved. We want to make sure that the pitch and the speed of it will match the song. And let's get started with it, actually. So here, as you can see, I have a sample already lined up here. And this sample I already know, I've already tested it and set it up to be 109 BPM. Now, these lessons that I'm teaching you here are from our Sample King series for you guys on YouTube. And what we've done is we've done a whole bunch of work on time stretching because it's really important to time switch your samples out, make them fit. And you can see them from our DVDs. The one for the Maschine, our DVDs for the Maschine Micro, and the Maschine Studio. And you can also see to our Sample King's website, where we have a bunch of our videos rolling. To be a member, it's only $40 for a year, and you can watch all the videos. It's a really cool way to do it rather than having to buy a DVD or download. You can watch videos on every software, MPCs, Maschine, whatever. Okay? And you can always call us and contact us and see what's up. Now, this sample is a classic hip-hop sample. Let me play it back for you. I'll click right here, double click there, and play it back. I know you've heard it before, right? So, first of all, I want to figure the BPM out. That's the first thing I want to do. So I would normally go here, and we're going to turn this sample piece off here. And here is one measure. Now, I'm going to go right in here. I'm going to put that in the first beat, and it's on the second beat. So I've added 2 parts, and I'm going to play it from the top. And it's looping. And you notice here at the top it says 109. And if I go down to here, you'll see it. As I select the sample, it's looping. Let's stop it. Now, let's say I want to make it slower. I would go here to stretch. And now we see what we can do with the sample. Now you'll notice here it has tuning. I can change the tuning of a sample. We can click on this, I can drag up and down, I can change its tuning. See it right there? I'm going to keep the same tuning going on here. And I can change the format C. Now this is something you need to know about. This enables us to correct a sample's pitch shifting. Or if I change the tuning, it's going to shift a little bit. It'll correct that to the point where it'll retain the timbre, the color essentially. That means the same sound you hear here will be the same as it gets slower. It won't sound like it's slowing down. Like you hear, a chipmunk sound when you speed something up, or when you slow it down, it gets more bassy, or it's like chipmunk sound. You got the idea. And so this allows us to keep the original audio space right where it should be at as we change the speed of the sample. And this also works really good for a musical instrument. And it works good also for drums. So here we have a beat too. This is a mode. We select the mode here. I can do a beat or free. I normally do free when I'm using an instrument. So I'll do the free form way of doing it, because that way I'm just trying to really pitch an instrument up or pitch a vocal up. And for a beat, I want to make sure it locks in perfectly. This is called auto detect right here next to beat. And the software will detect from these peaks and these little parts here along this waveform what the tempo is. Because the first part here is the beat, right? That's a beat. So it knows that, and it's going, okay, from what I see here, at this speed, it's going to be 109 BPM. And that's the source BPM. Next to that, we have the new BPM. I can set a brand new BPM. I can say, well, look, I want it to be maybe 105. I would do that. Then here we have the length. And this is 1 bar, obviously. I'm not going to change it. It's 1 bar. But I can click right here. As you can see here, I can go further and further out, of course. And we see 16th note. So you can see This is the length of my samples 1 bar. And if I wanted to pull a sample, let's say that's 8 bars. There's 8 bar triplet right there. I can pull that in also as well. Okay, so what I would normally do, let's say, for example, I'd come in here. Let's try tuning first. Let's tune it up some, and then we'll apply it. And now as it applies it, my hard drive is going to act on it right now. You'll notice here, of course, it says the name of this sample, what it is here. As my hard drive spins, now it says 8. It's the sample 8. Now I'll play it back. Let's see if we can play this back. Let's click on here. Right, we can't do that. That sounds terrible. But you got the idea. So let's undo that first of all. Let's go to here. And we want to undo. There we go. And we're back to normal. Let's play it now. That's a sample of tuning. We don't want that. So we're going to pull this back down to 0. Right there. So this format's off. I'm going to put this on too as well. So now that's on, we're going to make sure we retain that quality of our sample. Now our next video, we're going to show you how we actually can change even more than that with time stretching.